So hello there, this is a little tutorial or guide on how to use ink converters for platinum pens, like the famous platinum Preppy pens. And why would we want to use an ink converter? Well, ink converters mean we can take any bottle of ink, which is much cheaper, like the famous platinum inks, like their carbon ink, which is waterproof. And instead of having to buy loads of non-environmentally friendly little plastic cartridges, we could just use a really big bottle and fill it up. So I've got a couple of platinum Preppy pens here, and you can see inside I've also got some different inks. So this is a brown ink, and it's not a platinum ink, it's a Waterman ink. And so that's the other advantage of ink converters. You can use any ink, not just the company's ink which made the pen. Now, an ink converter looks like this, like a little metal and glass ink cartridge. It's got a plunger with a simple screw mechanism, which means the plunger goes up and down. That means it can basically suck up ink. So you can imagine already what we do. We take the lid off of our ink pot, and the first option is to take our ink cartridge, dip the ink cartridge itself just under the surface of the ink, and twist the mechanism. The plunger will then fill it with ink, and you're good to go. You could put it in like a normal ink cartridge. I've not done that this time because I'm going to show you the second option, which is a little bit less intuitive, but perhaps a bit less messy and a bit more convenient, because it means the pen also gets filled with ink, so you can immediately start writing. So instead what we do, we put the ink converter in the pen, and then we dip the pen and the nib under the ink. Then we give the converter a little twist, and you can see there, look, the ink is coming up. So the ink automatically fills up the whole pen. Now the disadvantage of this method is that your pen nib will have some ink on it, so you just need to wipe that off. But that's a bit better than when I try and dip my whole hand in and fill up the ink converter itself, and my hand gets covered in ink. The advantage, apart from it being a bit cleaner, is as we've been sucking ink up, it's naturally filled up the nib, so we can immediately start writing and get a lovely, brilliant flow of ink without any fuss. And there you go. So that is my how to use an ink converter. You can get them for all different brands, like my Lamys have different converters, and I've got a video showing you all about Lamy converters as well. Now the big thing to remember is not all inks are safe for fountain pens. This one, an India ink for example, will bung up and damage your fountain pen. So make sure the inks you buy, and I've got a few on my website, make sure the inks you buy are good for your fountain pen. If you want to watch your next video, there's a recommended one on the right and my newest video on the left. Thanks very much.